Good morning. Today is Monday. It's 7:16 a.m. and I got an offer from Uber Eats to go to Starbucks. I'm going to get $13.04 for 4.4 miles. And it looks like both of the pickups, it's two different customers, and both of them are for Starbucks. And today's goal is to make $50, and I am not accepting offers that are less than $8. Okay, less than $8 today. When I first started in the morning, when I was at home, I said it has to be at least $10. But now that I'm out and about, I'm like, well, I'll go for $8 at least. $2 for every mile. And see how it goes. Whenever I'm just not in a mood to do this job and I want to just get it over with, I just keep raising the dollar amount so that way I don't have to go out as often. And I only have to do about 5 different jobs to reach the goal. So if I accept offers that are somewhere around $8 and I only do 5, it should get me somewhere in the 40s at the minimum, because not every job is going to be $8. They're going to average around 9, so I'll probably end up with about $45. And then there's always that odd job that comes in that pays like, $15 or $20 or whatever, and that takes me to the 50. And if it doesn't, it's all good as well. And I turned the app on at around 7 a.m. and it took about 15 minutes to get this job. The forecast today has more rain in the forecast, and it was drizzling this morning, but right now there's no rain and there's a little bit of sun peeking through the dark clouds. Oh, I'm gonna go this way. There's too many cars going in and coming out of the Starbucks. Try to avoid as many people as I possibly can. And I guess I'll park a little bit far away from the Starbucks. So I'll park right here. No waiting on the orders. Verify the order. Verify the order. Complete the pickup. First drop off is 2 minutes from here, 0.5 miles. It's an apartment. It's a leave at the door, and I have a gate code. Please do not knock and do not ring the doorbell. Everything was good inside of the Starbucks, no problems at all. A lot of activity going on in there, of course, because it's Monday. Oh, now the rain is starting. Perfect timing. I have an apartment delivery. Nice big raindrops are falling. Gate code. number is. Looks like they marked their building number right on the map. It should be one of the buildings coming up here on the right. Park here. Okay, make sure I grab the right order. And then I gotta secure the other order so it doesn't tip over. Alright, let's go drop it off. Steady. I have to drive a lot slower now. It's starting to get slippery. Next drop off is going to be 8 minutes from here, 2.8 miles. It's a house. It's going to be a leave at the door. Yeah, that drop off went just fine. The only problem was the rain. It's not even sprinkling. It's an official rain that I'm dealing with now. So that means that anytime I gotta do an apartment delivery, I'm gonna be outside longer than I normally am. So I'm gonna probably get a little bit more drenched. But the temperature is okay. It's currently 63 degrees and there's no wind. So that is major. Just the fact that there's no wind just means the rain is just coming straight down on me, which is fine. I can handle that. The part I can't handle is when the wind starts blowing and the rain is going sideways into your face. That is the worst. I really shouldn't have started my day until after all the commuters got to work, but I just was getting antsy sitting at home and I wanted to get started, so I left. A good time to start is usually at around 8:30 or about 9, because then the majority of the people have already gotten on the freeway and they're not on all the surface streets. So you don't have as many cars on the road and you don't have to worry about people crashing into you. And I think Mondays are the most dangerous day to drive because the drivers in general tend to be very distracted on Mondays. They don't want to go to work. They probably had a bad weekend or something happened over the weekend that they're daydreaming about. So they're not really focused on the road when they're driving. And when it rains, you have to give yourself more space, more braking space, so you don't crash into the car in front of you, because the roads are more slippery. And so it takes more distance to slow down. And a lot of drivers that aren't experienced, they don't think about that. They drive the exact same way in the time when it's not raining as it does when it rains. So they don't change their driving behavior, and it can lead to people getting rear-ended. And you also have to factor in that this is Vegas, and the drivers here are really not accustomed to driving in the rain at all. In fact, nobody here even owns an umbrella. If they do own it, they don't know where it is. It's somewhere lost, far back in their closet. And no matter how much it rains here, you will never see anybody with an umbrella walking around. Everybody's always on the go without an umbrella. Now the traffic for me right now is clear because I'm on the side where the people aren't commuting. Over on the left side of the road, everybody's going to work. They're all headed towards downtown Las Vegas. And then I'm on the side right now where I'm going towards where all the suburbia is, where all the people try to get, the affordable houses, and they try to live way out in Old Henderson. So the plan is that after I drop this off, I'm gonna head back over to the same shopping center that had the Starbucks that I just picked up this order in, because that's the closest place I can go to where there is decent opportunities. I can't park anywhere over in this area because I won't get anything. This area is not an active area to get assignments. Even though I'm right near an Albertsons and a McDonald's and a Walgreens, it doesn't matter. After a while, you learn where the offers come in at and where they don't. Do this. Leave at the door. Thank you. Alright, that was easy. Easy $13, so no problems with the first one. First job done. 4 more to go. And then as far as how long I'm gonna work until, I guess I'm gonna work a lot longer because I'm gonna have a lot longer breaks. Uh-oh, maybe not. Something good's coming in. Let's see if I get it. Oh, I didn't get it. It was a good one. It was shopping at Walgreens. $13.53 for 1.3 miles to shop just for 2 items. But I didn't get it. That would have been awesome. That would have taken me already over 50% of my goal. the problem with those trip radars. They always feel like lottery tickets. They'll come in and there'll be a good one. You're like, oh, am I going to get it? Am I going to get it? And you don't know until it finally, pops in and shows you the navigation to the destination. And I lose out on a few seconds because when the trip radar comes in, I try to screen capture the offer first before I press the match button. And that costs me probably 3 seconds. So in that 3 seconds, somebody else gets it first because they probably tapped it 2 seconds faster than I did. Because you could tell that I was probably the closest driver to it as well. I mean, I was less than a mile from that Walgreens, so it had nothing to do with how close I was to the Walgreens. It was just that I didn't hit the match button fast enough. I have a limited number of miles that I try to do every day. So the limit is 35 miles. And since now I'm only taking offers that are at least $8, maybe I'll be well under that 35 miles by the end of the day. It's hard to know. It really just depends on how quickly I get an offer, or how quickly I get a job once I drop off an order. Like right now, I'm just eating miles. I'm dead miling back to the shopping center that has the Starbucks. So I'm just losing money right now, or I should say losing miles. If I would have got that Walgreens, I'd have been way ahead of the game, because it would just be, I would have gone just from a drop off to another assignment immediately, and every mile I would have been making money. The rain's lightened up. Now it's just sprinkling. I'll probably just park over at the Walgreens and then sit there for about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. And if nothing comes in, then I'm just going to head for home. $10, 5.7 miles, pressed for juice. Let's see if I get it. Oh, it looks like I'm going to get it. They're throwing it at me now. Pause my orders. Go this way, it's gonna be faster. right, I got the next one from Uber Eats. I'm going to be going to Press for Juice. I'm going to get $10.06 for 5.9 miles. Not quite $2 for every mile, but I really did not want to just sit in that parking lot and wait for the next offer to come in. As soon as I saw that $10, I'm like, well, at least the first digit is 5. 5.9. I'll just eat the loss of that 0.9 miles just so I can keep moving. If you're new to doing gig work and you have both DoorDash and Uber Eats or some other app on your phone, what I'm doing right now is called multi-apping. I'm using two or more apps. Right now I'm doing just 2, but some people use more than that. So 2 or more apps is considered multi-apping when you have more than one app on at the same time, and you're reviewing offers from all the apps you're logged into as they come in, and then when a job comes in that you want to accept, you're pausing or going offline on the other apps that you didn't take a job from. And that's multi-apping. And the reason why everyone does it is so that way you get to see as many opportunities as possible. If you're only using one app at a time, you're limiting how many offers you're seeing while you're working. And when you don't have an assignment, you want to have as many opportunities coming your way, so that way you're hopefully being able to get the best offer possible at that moment, or at least getting something. Because that's the problem. If you're only using one app, a lot of times the app is just silent and you're not getting any kind of opportunities at all. An add-on. Well, heck, that's great. Alright, I got an add-on to the order. I'm also going to be going to Coffee, Bean, and Tea Leaf. I'm going to get $6.24 for an additional 0.7 miles. So these two stores are in the same shopping center, but they're very far from each other. It's like a shopping mall, an outdoor shopping mall that we're going to, called the District. And so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Press for Juice, which is it's on the outer perimeter of the shopping center. Go there first, get it, and then hop back in the car and then head to a parking spot on the complete opposite end of the shopping mall, and pick up the Coffee, Bean, and Tea Leaf. The Press for Juice order should be ready, because most of the time it's just some kind of heavy glass bottled beverage that the customer wants. It's rarely ever an item they have to make. Oh, well, this person I think ordered all bottled drinks. They're all these weird names like celery and ginger something. Gee, I hope it's open. I don't see any cars. Well, we'll just have to see if it's open. Oh, the light's on. It's open. All right, let's do it. Gosh, that took a long time. That was a bummer. I thought it was going to be so fast, and none of the drinks were ready. I guess somebody messed up the drink and they had to be remade. I don't know. So it was probably about a 8-minute wait inside of the place, and another delivery driver came in and his order was ready right away after, and he came in after me. So that happens sometimes. There's nothing you can do. Just gotta wait it out. But at least the next delivery is right here in this shopping center, and I'm hoping the road is open that I have to drive down to get close to the Coffee Bean. Sometimes they close this road for events. Nope, it's open. Makes sense. I mean, it's rainy today and it's Monday. What kind of event would you have on a day like today? Alright, I think there's a parking spot here on the left. See if I can turn into it. Let's go in. No waiting on the order. Alright, the first drop off is going to be the Coffee Bean order. And it's 9 minutes from here. Why am I putting my sunglasses on? I'm like, I don't need to put my sunglasses on. Just gotta turn around here. The lady next to me, she almost ran me over. She was one of those people that parks their car where they back into the parking spot and they like to just take off. And so the moment I walked up to my car and opened my driver's side door, she actually tried to take off and she almost crashed right into my driver's side door. And I heard her brake, and her car made like a skidding noise. And don't ask me why she didn't see me, because I literally walked by her driver's side window and was standing, so there was no reason why she couldn't see me other than that she was just wanting to go. And then inside of the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, everything was normal. My order was just sitting there because it took so long to get the order from Press for Juice that, you know, they had plenty of time to make the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf order. So that's why there was no waiting. And it was crowded inside Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. There was 3 or 4 ladies that were waiting for their orders. And yeah, there's a lot of activity at the pickup station. And we are going with, it looks like a business we're going to, and it's going to be a leave at the door. Just based on the street address, I'm not 100%, but fairly certain it's a business. So once I drop off these 2 orders, I should be at about $29. And it's 7:57 right now. So it looks like I'm going to be making $29 an hour for the first hour of working. I mean, if you count from the time I got the very first offer. I turned the app on at 7, so it's actually probably less. It's probably more like $22 an hour or $23 an hour if you count not active time, if you count online time. Which I guess you can't really count that because I'm being real particular with what offers I'm accepting today. So you really should only count the time I'm actually on the road, not any time where I'm parked and just sitting around or at home sitting around waiting for the next job. Looks like all the orders that I'm delivering right now, it's all beverages. I don't know how anybody could do this job without having a delivery box, because the drinks would tip over, they would spill. I watch other people's videos when they deliver, but they never really show what kind of equipment they're using for drinks. They don't really give you a view of the passenger seat, now that I think about it. Usually what I see is like the trunk. I'll usually see the trunk, you know, they have like a wagon back there and some delivery bags. But I never really see what they have in the passenger seat to hold all of their goods, if they're like coffees and sodas and all that stuff. They must have something similar. When I first started doing food delivery, it wasn't a thing yet. Like all the restaurants and stores here hadn't set up a system yet for doing it. And I would watch YouTube videos of a guy that lived in, I think he lived in Seattle. And so he was showing how he used just cardboard boxes in his car. And I guess back then, if you went onto Amazon, there really weren't any kind of delivery, you know, fancy delivery boxes to buy. So he was using just cardboard boxes in his car. And I did that for a while in the beginning. But the problem with cardboard boxes is they start to degrade over time. And you know, they suck up moisture, and they have little filaments that start to come off of them, and they create like dust particles in the car. So that didn't last very long. I think I did that for about maybe a year, and then I got rid of that. I said no more cardboard boxes, and then eventually I found on Amazon the delivery box that I use, which is more like of a fabric material, so it has a long lifespan. And then at the bottom of it, I always put a bunch of rags that suck up any type of spillage. And then whenever there's a spill, I just throw those rags in the washing machine. And they're good to go again. The one thing I should be using on my delivery bag that I don't use are these anchor straps. They keep the delivery box from sliding off of your passenger seat if you brake suddenly, if you brake really hard. Right now, if I braked really hard, this box would go flying onto the floor if I braked really hard. But I'm just lazy. I could put the straps on, but I'm just lazy. Because every day I'm always transferring it to the back seat, so that way a passenger can actually sit in the front seat next to me. So it's just one less step I have to deal with if I don't use the straps. And usually when I have drinks, I keep my arm on the delivery box, so that way if somebody cuts in front of me, my arm will brace the box, so that way it doesn't slide. Well, it's looking like it's just a business based on the drop-off spot. We're just about 0.4 miles from the drop-off. And it looks like I'm gonna have to go up an elevator to drop it off. It looks like it's at a second floor business in one of these little high-rises. It's busy today. I gotta find a place to park. All right, let's go in. Oh, I gotta secure this one. There. They have stairs. Wait, there's stairs. They have stairs. Drop-off went fine. I was standing at the elevator waiting for it to show up, and it was taking so long. So I went around the corner. I was like, well, maybe there's stairs. And there were. I was like, oh, look, there's stairs. So I hauled it up the stairs. And then when I got to the door, it was locked. But then I remember it said to leave at the door. So I said, well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave it at the door. So now we're going 5 minutes, 1.5 miles. It's a house. It's a leave at the door. And it looks like I'm going to go to it's going to the Dragon Ridge Country Club, so I'm going to have to get my driver's license out. It's 8:09, and usually at this time a lot of the gardeners, pool people, landscapers, they're showing up, so it could be a while before I get inside this location. We might be stuck. The only thing working to my advantage right now is that the chance of rain is high today, so it may discourage a lot of gardeners from working today. They may reschedule. But it's not raining heavy, so I mean, like you can tell, like right now it's not raining at all, so something tells me the gardeners work in this type of weather, so the line's gonna be long to get inside. Not to mention construction crews that are always working on the new buildings. Well, I don't see anybody in line. Shoot, that's great. There's nobody. Awesome. Hello. All right, good. Thank you. All right, an easy in. That is fantastic. Another 0.8 miles to go. I think that's the first time I've ever come here and there was nobody at the gate when I arrived. Usually there's at least 2 cars that I'm behind when I'm at that location entrance to get in here. There's like 2 different entrances for this community. The other one was way too far back west to go to. I would have had to totally backtrack, so this entrance was my only option. Once I drop this off, the plan is to once again go all the way back over to where that Starbucks or Walgreens was, because there's nothing else I can do over here. Offers usually do not come in. But I don't drive real fast to get out of here. Like I drive like at a low to normal speed, just in case a really good offer might pop in, like that Walgreens one did earlier today. That was a good one. I think it was like $13 to go to Walgreens for like a mile and something. So maybe that'll happen again. I think it's this house right here. Yup. This is it. Thank you. Okay, that's done. 8:14, exactly 1 hour. 1 hour of active time. Currently making $29 an hour. Still sticking with the same strategy, $8 minimum, $2 for every mile. It's always hard to get out of places like this when you're when you do the drop-off, because there's no navigation helping you to get out of here. I've been doing this job for so long now. Most of the time, I just go by muscle memory. Like I remember, somehow I remember how to get out. I'm not actively even looking for how to get out. Like my body remembers the turns, I guess. I'm not sure how it works. But somehow after all these years, I'm able to remember how to navigate back out of these places that are like a rat's maze. When you're new to doing this, one of the ways you can get out is just turn on your one of your like Google Maps or whatever you use for navigation, and just press something. Go back to your house or wherever. Let's see. Can I go around this guy or no? It's in the corner, so maybe I can. Place, I don't know how they keep from having accidents in this place. There are so many blind curves that people can suddenly pop out around. It's really dangerous. The car behind me, he almost hit another car because he couldn't see the car that was coming around the corner. Be about an 8-minute drive before I get back to that shopping center where I'm gonna wait in my hotspot zone for the next job. The good news is that I only have to make about another $20 before I'm done, so I could be done today by 9:30. So far, no rain. Temperature is currently 63 degrees. I'm getting about 67 miles to the gallon. I'm starting to notice a lot more delivery drivers are driving electric vehicles. Whenever I'm at the different stores and restaurants and I see another driver, once in a while they'll be getting into their car at the same time I am, and I'm always checking out what they're driving. And a lot of them are getting smart. They're driving these electric vehicles that are gonna save them a lot of money. Now, I don't know what they pay for them. I don't know if they're like leasing them or what their situation is. Ideally, you want 100% own your vehicle, because otherwise it's just another loss to your income. Anytime you're making payments for a car in any way, whether it's a lease or it's just a loan, that money is being subtracted from your income, from your revenue stream. If I couldn't afford to 100% own my vehicle, I would just get something that's really I guess get something really used, get a junker car. But you want to do everything you can to make sure you're minimizing your losses. Because this job, you don't make a ton of money. This is not a high-end job where you want to invest a lot of money in something that you don't really have to if you can get something cheaper. I know some people, they just buy a motorcycle and they do this job on a motorcycle. I think if you took that route, though, of course you have to know how to ride a motorcycle and also be in an environment where it is, weather-wise, it's safe to drive a motorcycle. $6 for 3 miles. No, it's $8 minimum. I would have normally taken that offer. Every time you reject an offer, you're gambling that another offer may not come in. You never know when the work is going to just dry up and nothing comes in at all. So it's all random with this job. I really never know if I'm going to hit the goal or not. I mean, I know because my goal is so low that it's not a huge effort to get to the goal. So I don't really sweat it that much. I think if my goal was much higher, I would say if my goal was, even if it was $75 was my goal, I would be sweating a little bit. I'd be like, oh, I don't think I'm going to hit that. I'm going to have to change my strategy. The higher your dollar amount that you're trying to get, the more flexible you have to be with what offers you take. Because there's only so many $8 plus offers that come in every day. Most of the offers are usually like those $5 and $6 offers. Those are the most common offers that come in. I mean, next to the $2 and $3 offers, you can get those all day long. Those junky offers never stop coming in. All right, we're back at Walgreens. Wait here 5 to 10 minutes and then heading home. I waited about 6 minutes for something to come in. I had one offer come in that was borderline. It was like $7.50 for 4.9 miles or something like that. I was like, that's all right. It was once again, it was another one of those ones where I'd have to drop the second digit, and even then, it was $1 short. And it was not the minimum $8. It was $7.50 or $7.49. So I was like, no. And then nothing else came in after that. It was just complete silence. So back to the base. Back to home base. I got the next offer from Uber Eats. I'm going to go to Urth Caffe and then to Kneaders Bakery. I'm going to get $22.08 for 8.3 miles. This is going to be the last one. After I drop these 2 orders off, I will have gone over the goal by about $1, I think. So I think I got $29 right now. And so with this 22, that'll get me to 51. And that's just fine. And it's good timing because it looks like the clouds are going to open up again and rain's going to start pouring down. Hopefully both of these drop-offs are going to be houses and not apartments. I went back home and had something to eat. And I think I was home for at least a half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. And nothing really good came in. I paused the app while I ate, and then once I finished eating, I turned it back on. And I had the app on for about 15 minutes before this one came in. All the other offers that came in, they were not even close to being acceptable, so they got rejected. And it looks like for today, this strategy paid off. I think I've only done three. I think I've done 3 jobs so far today, and I've gotten to the goal already. So 2 less than what I was expecting. I thought I was going to have to do at least, I was going to have to do at least 5. But now that one order I did just before, I do believe that was actually 2 jobs because it was an add-on. So I guess it was 4. So it looks like the drop-offs are going to be in a decent area. So I'm not going to be in anywhere strange or dangerous for the drop-off, so, which is great. Because I don't know how heavy it's going to be raining when I finally finish these 2 deliveries. Temperature is 64 degrees, so temperature is good. I'm just gonna get soaking wet. That's about it when I get this food. That's the only down part. Guess I'll park here. The rain is pouring down, so I had to rush and get everything in the car. So we got a bag of food here and 4 drinks down there, and that pink smoothie, it fell out of the tray, but only when I was inside the car. So we're good. Let's go. Oh, it is pouring now. Of course it's pouring rain. Why wouldn't it be pouring rain? All the time I was at home, it wasn't raining at all. And the moment I get this offer, the clouds just cut loose. Just typical. So now I gotta go 9 minutes, 3 miles to Kneaders Bakery. Just gonna drive slow, take my time, be patient, and get there safe. Not gonna try to rush and beat any of the lights or none of that crazy business. When I drop off the Urth Caffe order, I don't think I'm gonna be able to record much. I think my hands are going to be full. I've got to use both hands to carry that drink carrier. It's a little bit flimsy, and that's why one of the drinks toppled out of it when I set it down. And it sure as heck can't topple over when I'm walking to their front door, because it will explode on impact. And inside of the the Urth Caffe, no problems at all. As soon as I walked in and went to the to-go counter, somebody helped me right away. There was almost a mix-up at the pickup because there was a white pastry box on the counter. And when he handed me my stuff, I looked down and I go, well, is that white pastry box for me too, so I had to ask somebody, and they're like, no, just the big brown bag and the drinks, and that was it. And now we're in heavy rain now. We've got some heavy rain situation going on. And luckily, the route I'm taking so far, we're going on safe roads. So even though it might rain heavy, the roads, as far as I can remember, none of the roads, this particular road that we're on that's going to Kneaders, it's not known to flood. So I should be okay getting there. The only problem is flash flooding I have to worry about, because if it keeps raining at this pace, it can be dangerous for flash flooding. So I've got to watch out for that. Even though this road is safe, it's only safe up to a point. You know, if it starts to just dump rain, any and every road will have moments where it's just like a river. And that's one of the weird things about Vegas, is that it does have it is known for flash flooding, because when it rains here, it's either no rain, or if it does rain here, it's usually just a little bit of rain, or it just pours very, very heavy rain. Not exactly sure why, but that's what it does. And we're not in the season though. This is not the monsoon season, so hopefully the rain is not going to be severe. The forecast said, I think, just 1/4 of an inch, so we'll see if they're right or not. And the Kneaders bakery order should be ready. I'm only picking up 4 items, a couple of sandwiches, a bag of chips, and a large drink. So that doesn't sound like that's going to be difficult to get. I'll probably have to put it in the back seat. The order that I have in the car is taking up all the space that I have in my delivery box, and all the space on the floor of the front seat too, with all those drinks. I think the scariest rainstorm I was ever in was when I was in my 20s, and I was driving a Cadillac, an old Cadillac, and I started hydroplaning on the freeway, and it was at night, so it was real scary. Not a fun experience at all. Luckily, I didn't crash. I just floated in the air for a few seconds, and then somehow magically my car touched the ground again, and I had traction, and I got off the freeway. And I think I took the street home after that. I guess I lucked out because the freeway that I was on when I hydroplaned, it was a long straightaway. There were no curves. If there had been curves, I would have been doomed. I would have hit something, because there was no way for me to turn. It was just I was floating in a straight line. Got another 4 minutes to go to the second pickup. I'm hoping the rain will lighten up as I'm making my way. So far it's not, it's just going steady and heavy. think this is the last day or second last day of the rain. I looked at the weather and it showed I think the chance of rain tomorrow is only like a 20-something% chance of rain. So hopefully tomorrow it won't be as bad as today. This is the worst it's been. Yesterday it really only poured on me in the morning, and then it was fine the rest of the day. And then today, I think it rained on me. Did it rain on me in the morning? I think it rained on me in the morning, and then it rained. Now it's raining now. But nothing you can do. I mean, gotta make that money. I suppose I could have just stayed home and skipped today. But usually when it's weather like this, I just change the parameters of what I accept, so that way I'm not out here too much. That's one of the reasons why I raised my minimum from $5 minimum all the way up to $8 minimum. Was for this very reason, so I would limit myself to the number of jobs I'm going to take today, which would lower my chances of having, a car accident or being caught in a heavy rainstorm. But it's the luck of the draw. I just happen to be out here when it's heavily raining. I think this rain, though, is going to keep a lot of people in. Ooh, my navigation is frozen. It locked up on me. Got to reboot it. I luckily know exactly where this Kneaders bakery is, so I'm good in that sense. But the navigation's malfunctioning. It's not communicating at all how to get to this pickup. Here it comes. Okay, it's working now. Coincidentally, it's working right when I'm about to pull up to the restaurant. Still pouring rain. Park the car and we'll go on in. Like taking a shower. This is some serious rain. Man, what a serious rain. I didn't even have time to put this in the back seat. The rain was so heavy. Complete pickup. Oh, I am drenched. Oh, thank God I have this towel. I am drenched. And you won't believe where I have to go next. I have to deliver the Kneaders bakery food to the high school. What a nightmare, huh? Oh boy. That walk is going to be brutal. I'm just going to take my time right now. I'm not going to rush to that high school in this weather. This rain is, it's like standing under a shower head. It's so strong. Let me make sure I turn off my stop new request. I'm not doing any more work. Not a chance. Not in this rain. Gotta be kidding me. My clothes are soaked. Can't believe this has to go to the high school. This is the equivalent of delivering to an apartment because it's a long walk. Whatever. I'll dry off. One more mile, 3-minute drive. Take to the front desk. Leave at building reception. Standard drop off. Ooh, even my socks are wet. And all I did was I walked from the restaurant to my car. It wasn't that far. I can't imagine how wet I'm gonna be going from the car to the office for the high school. Well, we'll see what happens. The rain could lighten up at any moment, so that's the one good thing. I may get a break. Sometimes you never know. At any second, the rain could lighten up, and then I can run in, do it, and get back to the car before it starts pouring again. Okay, somebody turned the shower head down a little bit, so it's not as severe. It's still raining, of course. Oh, this job, let me tell you. It's like it rarely rains in Vegas, but when it does, it rains. And it was just a matter of time before I was actually, working at the same time the rain would be pouring down. I can't remember the last time I delivered in weather like this. It's been a long time. I know I've Ubered in weather like this, but that's totally different. You never get out of the car when you're Ubering. All the people get in and out soaking wet. That doesn't affect me whatsoever. Everybody's parked. Ooh, let's get this done. All right, grab the bag back here. I got a good grip on that. Let's pop this door open and run. For Chelsea? Yeah. Let's take it. All right, good. There you go. Have a good one. Thank you. Skip. My phone is soaking wet. Handed to reception. Delivered. I'm wet. My phone is wet. I had to run back to the car. Oh man. That was a lot. And of course, I think school is is still early. School can't be getting out yet. 7-minute drive, 2.6 miles. Is the next place we're going to. And my arms are sopping wet like I just took a shower. My hair is sopping wet. My clothes are sopping wet. My phone has water all over it. What a mess. Water everywhere in the car. Luckily I have rubber floor mats, so I don't have to worry about the floor of the car getting all moldy and smelly. So that's good news. Five minutes, 2.3 miles. It's a house, it's a leave at the door, and I have a gate code. Ooh, man. And I also have seat protectors on the car, so I don't have to worry about my fabric seats getting drenched with water. So that's another plus too. I did everything I could to kind of protect this car from disasters. So far it's working. The drop off, other than the rain, it worked out fine. The guy was waiting for me when I walked inside of the building, and he felt bad for me, you could tell. He's like, oh, you poor guy doing this thankless job, having to drive in the rain. I wanted to tell the guy, it's okay, I just do this job for fun. He would be like, well, this doesn't seem like it's very fun. I'm like, well, today it isn't. Today this is not fun. Today was the day where I really should have taken the day off, but I was feeling adventurous. I was feeling like, what the heck? It's just water, I'll dry off. The most important thing is I stay safe and I don't get into any kind of accidents is what is important. Not so much getting wet, because I'll dry. I'll just change. Once I get home, I'll change my clothes and dry off, and I'll be fine. Put my shoes in the garage, let them dry. This last delivery should be very easy. It's just a house. It's just far away. We're in Seven Hills right now, so it's all just residential and gated areas. But the traffic on this road is very light, and it's higher ground, so there's no worry about the streets being flooded. We're very high up. We're going higher and higher in elevation. And of course now it's starting to rain even harder. I've already set the app where I won't accept any more jobs, so it's not going to be ringing or anything. I couldn't do this job at night in this weather. Ooh, that'd be dangerous. I wouldn't be able to see a thing. Oh, look at this little bit of flooding right now. I'm surprised. Let's have a dip. What's the code? Opening the gate. That's great. Awesome. I didn't have to get out. Got about another quarter of a mile, and it's on this street. I might have to carry the drinks in separate. I might. This this situation with the rain and everything, I might have to. This guy is sure taking a long time to go. He doesn't even know that I'm waiting. He's like, oh my gosh, somebody's waiting for me. I'm like, surprise. He didn't even notice me. Oh, I know why. My headlights weren't on. Okay, well, that was bad. Gotta make sure I have my headlights on in this weather. When that driver finally turned in my direction, I could see his body like jump, like, oh, where did you come from? It's like, guy, I've been here the whole time. I just didn't have my headlights on, so you didn't see me. I think I'll take the drinks in first. I'll do 2 trips. It's gonna be a long walk to the front door. Alright, let's run with the food first. Thank you. Oh, oh, holy smokes. Holy smokes. Are my lights on? Yeah. I was not about to set their food on the ground, so I found a dry spot in there and on their porch. And then the drinks, I just put them as close to their front door as possible because there was no more flat areas to set the drinks. And that was that. Whew. Wow. Oh man. My phone is all wet. Thank goodness these phones are pretty much waterproof. My hair feels like I just got out of the shower. I couldn't live in a town that rained like this. I don't care for rain. I'm not a rain person. I'm a sunshine only type of person. That's all I like. Sunshine all day long. This rain business is for the birds.